that just happened earlier today is the fact that Christie Sides has officially been fired from the Indiana Fever. This was announced earlier today, just about a couple hours ago. The Fever announced a change in their coaching ranks. Here is the press release that was put out there. They said the Indiana Fever announced on Sunday that the organization has parted ways with head coach Christie Sides. And this is what Kelly Krostoff had to say. And guys, a note: Kelly Krostoff is the Indiana Fever's president of basketball operations. She was briefly with the Indiana Pacers. She made the transition to the Indiana Fever, pretty recently, and had a press release about it, all that stuff. Here's what she had to say. She said, "We are incredibly thankful to Christie Sides for embracing the challenge of leading us through a integral transition period over the last 2 seasons, while also positioning us for future growth." She says, "While decisions like these are never easy, it is also imperative that we remain bold and assertive in the pursuit of our goals, which includes maximizing our talent and bringing another WNBA championship back to Indiana. Coach Sides was an incredible representative of the Fever and our community, and we wish her nothing but success in the future." So that is the statement that Kelly Krostoff put out there earlier today. And guys, a thing to note is that Christie Sides has been with the team as a head coach for 2 years. This has been she just ended her second season with the Indiana Fever and as their head coach. And a thing to note is that she is not a she's no stranger to the Indiana Fever. Here is her coaching record. She started off as an assistant coach with the Chicago Sky. She was with the Chicago Sky for a very, very long time. That was actually when I was first introduced to Christie Sides, was as an assistant coach with the Chicago Sky. She came to Sky in 2011, stayed with the Sky until 2016. She had like a break year of sorts. Ended up getting on the Indiana Fever staff as an assistant coach. Stayed there for 2 years in 2018 and 2019. She goes over to the Atlanta Dream in 2022. And after being an assistant coach for the Atlanta Dream, the Indiana Fever make a surprise decision of hiring her as their new head coach. Now, this is the reason why I was surprised is because Christie Sides was a longtime assistant coach. She was a coach that was not really looking to be a head coach. She said it herself. She was fine with being an assistant coach. She never really thought that much about being a head coach. They offered her the position as the head coach for the Indiana Fever. She accepted it. And in her first year, you have a player like Aaliyah Boston come on your squad. And so automatically the Indiana Fever, they were pretty much struggling, before Christie Sides got there, because this was a team that, they were all about Tamika Catchings. When Tamika Catchings retired, they went on a downward spiral. The Indiana Fever were trash for a lot of years, right? In 2022, guys, as a reminder, in 2022, the Indiana Fever, this was the year before Christie Sides joined. In 2022, the Indiana Fever were in last place in the WNBA with 5 wins and 31 losses. 5 wins in the entire season. Before she gets there. She gets there. She has Aaliyah Boston. You have Nalissa Smith. You have Kelsey Mitchell, right? You have some good players. They try to start something brand new with this Indiana Fever team, and they do get better. In her first year with the team in 2023, they win 13 games. 13 is better than 5. So I'm just saying, guys. She made improvement. Then we go into this year. Not only do you have Aaliyah Boston in her second year and Kelsey Mitchell still doing her thing, you also bring in a literal cheat code in Caitlin Clark in terms of the attention that she gets and in terms of the talent that she has. Now you go from 5 wins in 2022 before you take over as the head coach. You win 13 games in 2023. This year, you win 20 games. You make it to the WNBA playoffs for the first time in forever with the Indiana Fever. You also are a coach of the month. Christie Sides was the coach of the month for a month this season. And guys, this was the first time This was the first time ever that a Indiana Fever coach was the coach of the month. This was games. You make it to the WNBA playoffs for the first time in forever with the Indiana Fever. You also are a coach of the month. Christie Sides was the coach of the month for a month this season. And guys, this was the first time. This was the first time ever that a Indiana Fever coach was the coach of the month. This was in August, the first time ever. So for all of these good things, I would say for the Indiana Fever with Christie Sides at the helm, they do make the decision to fire their head coach.